Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Hello. This is your Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey, it is another A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom. We've got social media influencer, business entrepreneur.
Yeah, super guru. What do we want to call him?
Startup consultant for the stars.
All around. I'd also say all around good guy.
Yeah, Jesse Wolfe is there.
UCF graduate, right?
Yeah.
UCF graduate. Although that's not saying much. We're UCF graduate. I mean, no offense.
Well, I mean, that's pretty offensive.
Yeah.
When you say that's not saying much,
That's not saying much.
then reference ourselves as UCF graduates. Still won't return my emails. I'm trying to reach out to UCF. I'm like, hey, you got two graduates down the street running their own
They're
small
like,
business.
We know.
We're aware. How you doing, Jesse?
Hey, it's Friday, man. We made it.
Happy Friday. Good to see you, dude.
Happy
Thanks for
Friday.
coming in on a day where we're deeming today Business Friday.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is the first of business. We've never done a Business Friday before.
Business
This
Friday.
is Tom's idea. We're just gonna fucking get to work.
So a couple things. Still some tickets left for our ACT live show, our 10-year anniversary live show at the Ritz Theater in Sanford. So you can get your tickets at tomandan.com. You'll see the little web link there. Just click on it, and there are a few tickets left. And this is your last chance to book our cruise before final payment is due in June. So you got a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks to book the Tom and Dan Cruise 2024.com.
You like how I manipulate the cameras while you're on there? It looks great. You're flying all around. You're big small.
Now, before we talk to Jesse about our business idea that we've been cooking up since Monday,
I mean,
we've
been so. This week has been the most disorganized. We got everything done, but we work a little on this, and we create some AI thing. We've been writing some songs, and we're doing this, and then we're like we've been all over the place, right? With our ideas, completely disorganized. We had fringe people coming in. We don't have any bios for them. They're coming in. They're coming out.
Yeah. It's almost like we're disorganized, and one of us is on Adderall.
So it all comes together. Yeah. And I'm on some new supplements. I don't even know what they are. It's supposed to make my brain smooth.
But meanwhile, you've been in erection for 4 hours.
Yeah. Did you hear Tyson say that?
Seeing.
Did you hear Tyson say that?
What?
Not
you
the
had a 4-hour erection?
No, Tyson was talking about the Jake Paul. They were doing the conference, and Jake Paul's like said something to him, trying to intimidate him, and then Tyson's like, "Yeah, I saw you doing that little dance when you were 13, and then I had a massive erection." You didn't. He fucking said that on the press conference. I had a massive erection, and then everybody online was like, "Oh my God, the real Tyson's back. He's gonna butt fuck this kid. He's gonna butt fuck him. I'm gonna fucking eat your children. I'm gonna butt fuck your ears. I'm gonna fuck your mouth with my elbows."
You always really didn't know how to talk shit.
No, he says the worst stuff.
You're like, what are you?
I'm gonna suck the skin off your dick.
Okay. You're like, So,
sorry, we're gonna tangent. We're gonna tangent today.
Sorry.
So anyway, before we get to business, I'll give you a little training update that I thought Daniel would find funny.
Yeah, you've been holding this one.
So
I've been begging for the details. He's like, just wait.
Well, yeah,
Just wait.
This happened last night. So yesterday, Crystal decided to take the boys to Dr. Phillips to see Peter Pan.
Yeah, because she wants them to be super soft. Because if you want your boys to be super soft, guess who's first play? Raise your hand if your first play that you went to with your mommy, who was a music teacher, was Peter Pan starring TV's own Sandy Duncan. Right here. Right here, motherfucker.
way.
Sandy Duncan flew through the Bob car.
I didn't even know what a play was until I was like 27.
Don't say that.
I'm not cultured at all. So anyway, she and I tell Crystal, I'm like, she's like, I want to have the boys experience everything in life. And then I'm like, you're letting them experience too much. They've already experienced life.
They need to suffer a little bit.
Yeah.
Like
they have TikTok. It's fine.
they they've already been through everything.
Yeah.
They traveled. There's
it's
a
like
place.
Hawaii, AJR, Peter Pan. It's like it's a good ass
too
life.
much.
It's a good ass life.
That's funny.
So
in that order.
So anyway, they're at this play, which, by the way, 35 minutes into the play, Tommy leans over to Crystal and he's like, I just realized this wasn't a screen. He thought he was watching a movie for the first half an hour.
Did he have his glasses?
He had his glasses,
Okay,
but we
just
haven't
making
checked
sure.
his. I think you have to check it every year.
There
or
was some
something.
maintenance involved.
Anyway,
maintenance involved.
little tune up there.
So
He's fine.
I'm at home and
You are jack off crazy. I mean,
there's always so much. So after that, I'm just looking around for things to do. So then I wander onto my training app, and then I'm like, I wonder what I have to do
this
tomorrow.
all checks out because I guarantee you, I'll swear on my daughter's life that you jacked off and then you were still holding your phone. You're like, let me check my training app. I mean, even Jesse's like, yeah, that makes
Hand
sense.
sanitizer, wipe out of the way there, swipe up.
Right up.
So
I end up usually on Facebook Marketplace, but I feel like
and just to Daniel knows this, but so I'll tell Jesse.
I've
and I
seen
think
this
I told you.
app.
So basically, I'm doing this triathlon in 2 weeks, by the way.
Whoa.
And then
Are you
it's
excited?
it's a sprint triathlon, so it's
Stop
not a
saying,
real one.
Okay, just start saying sprint triathlon every time.
But so I started this training in January, and my sister-in-law does this for a living. She's like an endurance trainer, right?
Yeah.
So she gave me an app. She's like, download this training app.
What's the app
and
called?
It's I think it's called Training App.
Wow, all right. She had to find the one that had the simple name for it.
yeah.
It
If you
couldn't be like
forget.
Uplift or,
Ready Run or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah. It's called Training Peaks.
Training
TP.
Hey, TP.
Yeah.
Toilet paper.
And basically she
Twin Peaks.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Like I downloaded the wrong app.
I've never been to Twin Peaks.
lunch meeting.
She basically, gave my whole training schedule from January till the race day or whatever. And then each day, and then I've just been following it each day. I go on there, I'm like, okay. And it says like, well, swim 20 minutes, bike 50 minutes. And then every day I just go there and do the shit.
It has what you're supposed to do to make you ready for the sprint triathlon.
And then she's like, and then I use my watch and then I click like bicycle. And then once I'm done with it, I hit end and then it uplodes onto my app.
Nice.
Right? It's this whole thing. It's a new technology.
Well, it's not that new. I mean, like, I've been doing it for about 10 years.
And it was new to me. And so it's just it's a list of like different, like a swim 20 minutes, bike 50 minutes, and then like the next day run 40 minutes. And it's like that's what I've been following since January. I go on the 6 days a week. I do the shit, right? So last night I'm like, what do I have to do tomorrow? And I look, and then I'm like, I got a bike. God damn, an hour and 20 minutes, and a swim 20 minutes.
And I've seen it incrementally go up, right? Like, so it's gone up over time.
So then I've never really done this. I'm like, what else is on this app? So I click on it, and so I click on my bike, and then it has like some other information, and then I scroll down. And then I scroll down and I see workout details. And then I'm like, what workout details? What is this? And then there's like a whole paragraph of like, and it looks like specifically written workout details for each workout.
Wait, I don't know if you want to say. So your trainer has been typing out
every day, like basically, and each one is like, and then they're like zone is like start off in zone 2 for 1 mile.
Yeah,
then
this is what I do on the
increase to
stupid
zone
Peloton.
3.
And you watch the colors.
Zones
yeah,
or
you
something.
stay in the zone training.
And so I'm
it's
like,
for your heart, and you can get into like you like zone 2 is good for fat loss, and zone 3 is a little more aerobic.
Yeah,
4 and 5 are like you're really cooking there.
I have no idea what that means. Like, and then they're like, and then I go,
What have you been doing?
Yeah, that was my question. What zone zone have we been in?
Yeah, okay.
I don't even know what a zone is.
We brought a finger in. We had to bring a finger in.
I've just been running out my front door, fast, slow. It was all over the place. Like
So you've been doing one speed.
No, it was just all different all the time. Like when I run around Lake Baldwin, I'll sometimes I get lost in my audiobook, and then all of a sudden
Where am I? Oh my God, I'm trapped. Words are everywhere. Help!
Why is that man in a tree?
Help! Oh my God, there's words everywhere. Help!
I was gonna be listening to audiobooks, slow old man jogging, and then some old lady will exercise walk
Yeah,
past
she's
me.
in zone 3. You're in zone 1.
And then I'm like, oh my God, I'll snap out of it. I'm like, how slow have I been jogging?
Now,
like, I
can
don't
I
even
ask
know.
you something? I did want to know, did you notice that when we rode bikes the first time, not this last time, but the first time I asked you, I go, hey, do you have anything for your cadence or anything? And you're like, no, I just ride. So,
Well, that's what I said.
And
I said ride,
and then
bike,
Dan's like,
50
freestyle.
minutes.
Nice.
well, no, like I don't ride. When I ride, look, I'm not training for anything. So when I ride exactly like what he's doing. I have a goal. I want to do like 15 miles. I'll go do 15 miles and come back.
Yeah.
I don't like, or if I'm on the Peloton, I'll go for zones. Yes, that is 100%. Oh yeah, Lisa does. Yeah, you do that. Like, yeah, 100%. You do zones, and then you have your heart rate monitor on. And your heart rate monitor is what's telling you. So if you're in the green, you're like, oh, I'm in the right spot.
Right.
That's how you burn fat.
Look at this bike. It says in the middle, do 2 times 10 minutes, zone 4
Yeah.
with 4-minute easy spin, 21 recovery. Imagine
Oh, yeah, dude,
intervals.
this is all
I'm like,
Peloton
well,
Yeah, this
imagine
is-
intervals. I didn't know nothing about it. I gotta do it in 2 weeks.
Hold
I
on
didn't even
oh,
know
no.
this existed.
Oh no!
I had no
Let me ask you
idea there was a
let me ask you
difference.
serious
I was just
question.
bike. I just take off.
Let me,
and
ask,
then,
let me ask you a question.
What?
When you're on your trainer, because I've seen your trainer in your
Yeah.
bedroom, do you just ride one speed? You're not doing like, you don't do like a 5-minute warm up and then
No.
1 minute as fast as you fucking can, and then you just spin it out for
With-
like
with
2
different
minutes.
resistance
I
and
just,
stuff.
I thought the goal was to get your heart rate as high as possible
No.
to strengthen your
Well,
heart.
it is, but you want to do it in bursts, and then
First
you want
long, I'll get it as high as possible. Like,
Oh.
go! And then I'll stop. And I'm like, start up again as high as possible. Then I'm like, go!
I figured it out. Jesse, I
Okay,
figured it out.
okay.
So when he got the plan from his trainer, who does this professionally, he opened up the training and saw that he had to bike for 40 minutes. He didn't go into the details to see what the plan of the ride was. He just would ride for 40 minutes. Let me see.
It just shows you,
This is such a classic example of like men don't read directions.
I mean,
We're like, I will figure it out. We
all
got
right,
this.
so
And now-
today, all right, I'm looking at today, Friday. You got a 20-minute swim.
because I didn't realize that she had written every single workout had a specific like zones and intervals
Oh,
and
yeah,
something
dude.
that-
Okay, like for instance, this is something
and
that
then
you haven't
sometime
been doing.
And then
And you're
something's
gonna
like
you're gonna have
easy.
trouble with this because this is high cadence. This one is this is aerobic bike zone 2. Keep your cadence above 80. I mean, when you and I've been riding, you haven't been riding anywhere near 80. You've been doing like really low gears and really huff puff. You've been like really like you'll put it in the lowest gear and you move your legs as slow as humanly possible. Now you're going fast because it's one giant
I just
gear.
like the slow motion fast. That's what I do.
Man,
Here's the $1 million question.
man, I wish you'd shown me this about 5 months ago. 'Cause, dude, this is bad because you
where's
haven't
the
been
race?
training at all.
Where's the race? Is it in Florida or is it?
No,
out of
yeah,
Florida?
no, it's in
Florida.
Melbourne.
He'll be able to do it.
I was gonna say because you're
You'll
like,
be able to do it, but you didn't train right. Like you're not doing any you're not doing any spin ups. You're not doing
No,
any like.
spin ups, cadence. I don't know what any of that means. I
Well,
just
your
was-
cadence is the rhythm of your legs, so like that's why they do put beats in there. That's why when you remember when you were saying you liked music, and I was like, yeah, you can use the cadence to make your legs go faster, and you were like, whoa,
That's just been going to the punk rock drums.
right,
I
punk
just-
rock. Yes, yeah, okay. Now he remembers. I'm back. A breakthrough. We had a breakthrough.
So, and I forgot to tell you about this. So,
So has Crystal been doing her training correctly?
well, I
see.
Or did you rub off on her? Because
I
if
don't
you
know.
started,
I didn't
hold
ask
on,
her
hold on.
about that.
I'm not gonna let her. I'm not gonna let her
thought
take
she-
this one. You probably said, "I know what to do. This is what we gotta do." It
Yeah,
says
yeah.
40 minutes. Ride for 40 minutes. And she was like, "Was there more?" No, I know what I'm doing.
no, I thought she was doing the girl training, which is different.
Yeah, the red tees. Yeah.
The old red
You're gonna
tees.
hit from the ladies' tees, please.
So I forgot to tell you about this. So in
Well, I
my-
figured there's a lot you forgot to tell me.
when because I also like I'm loose with the time.
Damn, Tracy just fucking fucked you up. Tracy said you've been exercising, not training. Damn.
Well, I thought that was the same thing. It's the same. What's the difference?
No, like the plan is she knows exactly what I'm saying. So like when I go to ride, remember when I was telling you that I'll do like a high intensity training? Like you'll start and you'll go as fast as you can for 2 full minutes, dude, and you're like dying. Then you stop and then you give your legs a break. You recover for like.
I didn't know you're supposed to give
your legs a break for like 40 seconds.
I thought there was no breaks.
Then you climb. Then you do a flat road. Then you do like a downhill. Then you do like a little bit of an elevated plateau climb. Like there's all different styles.
My God.
Well, that's where you'll be a menace, right? Because thank God it's flat. If you're going up to like Knoxville or something where there's hills, you'd be ghosted right now for sure.
Well, I do ride one hill, which is the bridge over 436.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I
call that Smoker's Bridge.
So
you get all the way to the top of it. I'm huffing and puffing. I take 2 toots of my weed pen, a splash of some water, and back down.
Blazing past the Tour de
fast as hell.
So Daniel was riding with me the other day. We ran to the bridge and back.
And you're getting good. Dude, he's ready because he's he
well,
dusted me.
Apparently I'm not following any of the goddamn details that my trainer told me to do.
So are you just Usain Bolt like dead sprint?
Yeah, I was just going.
No, he
Daniel's
just goes slow and
possible.
steady. It's fast, but it's like he's in the heavy gear, and he just takes his legs and he's like, oh, and he just.
Yo, you're like those circle track guys at the Olympics with the massive quads.
Yeah.
And they got the chain ring like the size of a pizza.
Well, yeah. Also, I'm still working out what the gears do. Like I know what the right size
What
does.
the gears do?
Like
I've never heard you change them one time. I've never heard him change them one time.
I don't know what
Here's
the
how
left
he
one
rides.
I put everything in one because I want to win first.
Here's how he rides. He rides in one gear, and he's strong as fuck. He's like in the blazing sun, sweat. You can see the sweat flying off of him, and he's just dusting me. And I'm doing my best. I'm like, well, I'll let him go.
I'm taking a call from Tracy.
Yeah, he's taking a call. He's on his phone. Then he's riding, and I see him, and he's going. His legs are moving slow, but he's flying, right? Because he's in that crazy gear. Then he's taking his hands off. He has to take his hands off and then lean and hang them, and he has to shake his hands like, he got to shake the blood back into his hands.
Well, the carpal tunnel makes him numb.
He has to shake, and he'll shake that one, and then he'll shake this one.
Well,
but then
he's
shaking
got the
his
death
hand.
grip from doing Mach 1
Well, then
on
he's
his
got his
uppy.
Apple Watch on, so he shakes his right hand. It ends the call with Tracy. Then he's got to get his phone and call her back. Then it was dropping calls. You were talking to her.
So I get past the 436 bridge, and then I get past Forsyth over there, and then it turns into Bumville.
Sketch. We ride that too. It's Sketch City over there.
It gets industrial, and Crystal won't even ride there by herself. I'm like, come on, don't be a pussy.
I've seen that thing. But would you feel safer if you saw a bear or a man?
Oh, I don't care. I ride straight fast past the bumps.
I ride
there walking around.
I do that move.
I like it.
I do that move that little jerk boys do, where I ride my bike really close to them, so they feel me. I'm like,
Are you pulling a wheelie and dodging them out
no,
of the way?
I just want them.
I'm like, the trails for exercise and bump.
I just want them to feel me. You know.
Anyway, so I'm in that area, and then all of a sudden I'm look down the trail. I forgot to tell you about this week. I looked down the trail, and there's a guy laying half end, like his feet are halfway on the trail, and his upper body is off on the grass, but the guy is sprawled out.
His upper body gave up. His legs are still running.
So as I get closer to him, I'm like, because I can tell this is not a workout guy or whatever. Yeah. This is, like a homeless person walking through the trail.
I was trying to do.
Or just a kid.
Training for my trainer.
and then I ride up to him, and it's a dude, and he's literally face down, face in the grass. His belly is on the searing hot pavement of the. It is 95 outside, and then in his hat, like it blew his hat off onto the grass. Right? So I pull over.
When he fell, his hat must have fallen off.
I pull over and I put my foot down, and I was like,
"Put your foot at his neck."
No, I was like, "Holy shit! I'm gonna have to call 911 to like an ambulance or something." Like, and this person like. He was young too. He was like in his 20s, but you could tell he's like
Was it like looking into a younger mirror?
And then I'm like, dude, are you okay? And then he pops up.
Oh yeah, they always pop up because they think he got drugs.
No, he pops up like the cartoon
like a leprechaun,
drunken hobo that you see, like the stereotype in a cartoon, like the
Otis from Andy Griffith.
He pops up and he's like, hey, then he gives me a thumbs up.
They always give a thumbs up.
And then he starts like walking. His belly's all burned red from like I think he had like a fentanyl.
They try to act like it's nothing. Everything's fine.
And I'm like, your hat. And then he goes, oh, and then he comes back and he gets his hat and he puts it on. He's like, give me another thumbs up. And I'm like,
good day.
Yeah.
So then I was like, all right, glad I didn't have to call the cops because I was thinking I'm like, I have to stay there, fill out a report.
Did he want to talk to you?
No, he just he gave thumbs up.
I'm surprised you let him go. I'm surprised you let him go. Like after the week you've had with the Fringe performers, like hanging out in the lobby, you love to talk to people, man.
So and then the last thing I'll say about the triathlon is so I got my triathlon kit. Like the thing you wear during, like,
it's
shorts
where we can
and
see
a
your
shirt.
penis, the outline of your cock and balls in there, and your balls will be on the bottom, and we'll see them, and they'll look like dog balls. They'll be spread to the side with that little weird area in the center, and then your dick will go straight up, and we'll know exactly which area your dick goes. And because you shave your pubes, I'll be able to see every fucking vein in your cock, every single vein.
So we get it in, and
hey,
We're talking about the cock.
No, high five, Jesse.
The triathlon suit. And we get it in the mail, and
get it in the mail,
and then because we custom ordered it from like my trainer's business.
Was
like,
it
with
to
her name
support
on
the
it.
trainer?
Yes,
okay.
yeah, and then but it's custom made.
Don't you think like who the fuck do you think you are? You know,
well, that's what I said. I talked about
it.
Like,
do you think
it
you
looks
are?
like you're a pro too, which is embarrassing.
Who do you think you are?
So,
did you put a sponsor on it and stuff?
Well, it's her training company, so it looks like it's sponsored. Anyway, it
should have had a Cakesters one. That'd be badass. Fucking Cakesters. That'd be badass.
Or Brazzers.com. Like, who's running for Brazzers? You know?
Yeah, Brazzers.
That guy's sponsored by a porn company.
If Jesse got you a Brazzers, would you wear it? You should be evil Mr. Beast.
That'd be funny, dude. Yeah.
It's a family. There's families ringing the goddamn cowbell.
It's a bunch of kids on the side. Here comes Tom in a Brazzers uniform.
His boys know what Brazzers is.
The nipples are cut out right here.
So I put it on and I zip it up in the front or whatever.
Yeah.
And
you're supposed to leave it unzipped. You're supposed to have an Italian horn necklace on.
And then I'm like, God damn, this thing is so tight, right? And then Chris is like, it's supposed to be tight. That's how they wear
right there in your bunghole, like Hager slacks.
And I'm trying to pull the shorts part down, and I'm like, it's too tight. I can't move the arms. And then I look
were
down.
You acting like a little baby when he's clothes shopping with his mom? It's too tight. It's too tight. I got weird.
And then I look down, and it's cutting my genitals into a fat camel toe.
It's and you know what sucks? You know what sucks? The way that we're designed, there's no symmetry. It's going to be one ball and a cock to the one side and a ball to the other. There's no symmetry.
But it's like it's cutting meat in half, like a ball of meat, and then I have this big camel toe.
It's like if you took saran wrap over ground beef and then used your hand to karate chop through it. That's exactly what it's like.
I'm like, is this supposed to be right? She's like, God, it looks so tight. Like,
I bet you guys fucked though, didn't you?
No.
That would make me horny if I'm like trying on the kit with my wife and we're both naked.
So I realized what happened when Crystal measured me for this, and there's this whole measurement she did. Measure my. Come on,
this guy's here to play. Jesse's here to play. Let him play.
And then she told me to take the tape measure. She's like, put this under your balls. I need to measure the inseam. So I put it under my balls.
You put the tape measure under your balls? That's disgusting. I'm never borrowing it. Is that the one you took from here? Is that my tape measure?
And then she measured it.
We build things with that.
But now that I realize it's like under my balls isn't the bottom of my torso. Like the bottom of my torso is like inches lower than the under of my balls. Like my balls run high. Like, come on high.
You're a high ball man? How do your
start
balls
higher?
Not that case.
No, I think everybody says. And like I
have a varicocele, so I have larger balls.
Yeah, I'm in that camp. I got more nut than I do anything else.
But where it starts is not the bottom of your taint.
I have that weird thing where I don't have what appears to be separate balls. I have what appears to be one large cantaloupe ball.
You got a uniball?
I got a canto ball. It looks like a huge cantaloupe with
rare, very rare.
So she put the smaller inseam in there, so it's all like.
Does hers fit?
So it's short. Hers is fine. Yeah,
then what's the difference in the measurement? Because
I started at the bottom of my balls. I need to start it underneath the taint where my bunghole is. That's where the bottom of your torso. There's like 3 inches. Like she's like, put this under your balls.
Who told you to like?
Well, she said that, but she doesn't understand male anatomy.
You'll be sterile by the time that race is over.
Like the vagina goes lower than the balls do. Like the vagina is closer to the
It's,
bunghole.
first of all, it's
than-
not a vagina. Every time you say it, it sounds like a Middle Eastern country in Africa. Vagina.
No, I'm saying,
Vagina.
she didn't understand.
It's like it's like right
male
outside
anatomy.
of Africa into like the upper areas, the vagina area.
Anyway, so hopefully all the details of my training weren't important, and it doesn't really matter that much because I don't.
So let's do
I
the
don't have
math.
any zones. I only know
Let's do the math.
walk, old man jog, and blood I run. That's the only
And fast
three
bike,
zones.
fast bike.
Yeah, fast as
one
hell.
gear,
I
one gear
love that.
fast. One gear fast.
You should ride the entire race in one gear. You just get there and tape up the
Jesse,
gearing.
He's going to.
He's going to.
He's going to.
He's like, I'm that confident.
I've never heard you switch gears one time. Here's how I know. Going down the hill, you're flying, and then when you go to pedal, instead of not being able to pedal because you're going too fast, you're fine. You're just like, wow, he takes off. Fast as fuck, boy. His legs are moving 1 centimeter, just fractions of movement.
And then if I go too far in the gears, it like goes off the gear, and then I go, and then
it
so
does,
it's like,
because you
and
need
then
to
I have
get
to
your-
go back. Like I have to click two back. I'm like, oh,
Because you need a little help on your bike. Yeah, your bike
anyway.
needs to you get a workup on it.
Yeah, I don't know. This is 2 weeks.
Are you doing a full-blown, like, 26-mile
No,
run?
No,
it's
that's
a
Ironman.
sprint.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah,
sprint.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's only a quarter-mile swim, 12-mile bike, and then 5-mile.
My question
3-mile run.
where are you swimming? Is it in the ocean or
Yeah,
in a
it's
river?
an intercoastal.
Oh,
And
boy.
yeah. Don't worry, it's shallow enough to run now, barely.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can stand up, and that's
you're
part
gonna-
of my plan. I'm going to pretend to take breaks, and I'm going to be running underwater. Yeah. I've already planned it out. I've been practicing in the Baldwin pool, just running with my head up.
Trying to.
But I look at my watch to see, make it seem, because there's judges on paddle boards that are like looking to disqualify you. Apparently, they take it too seriously. Anyway, all right. Should we take a break and then come back?
Yeah, let's take a
Okay,
break.
so let's take a break, come back, and we're going to propose to Jesse Wolfe
Yes.
our new business idea, because this is right up Jesse's alley.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
knows everything about this business and about how to scale
We
it.
might drag him into this.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
never know. Make him an offer he can't refuse.
I mean,
And
I'm open to a good time.
And Jesse, you know that the new business and the influencing business is to get your own product
Yeah.
on the shelf. I mean, Mr. Beast Bar,
Yeah, yeah.
Prime.
All of it,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah,
like,
Yeah, I mean, this guy's got his products on the shelf.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
knows
yeah.
the shelf.
Yeah, and it doesn't even have to be good. The Prime is just Gatorade.
yeah.
It's terrible.
It's I think it's Chinese Gatorade.
Yeah. I don't think you're allowed to say that.
No, it's just the cheapest shit possible, and the kids love it anyway.
They
All right.
do love it. The name of the band is Spiral Hands. The name of the song is One of My Dreams. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time. 1-844-TOMNDAN. Show at tomadan.com. If you would like to leave us a last-minute email.
Take me down to Butthole City, let me munch that box, let me slap them titties. Oh, won't you please get that hole? Yeah.
Knock, knock. Who's there? Squirt. Squirt who? Squirt is P. You dumb rednecks.
Right about now, you are listening to the incredible
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan, who kindly remind you that squirt is P.
Oh, that caught me off guard. I was prepared for it, and then it caught me off guard. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I am Dan. That is Millie with Spilling Ink. Welcome back to the show.
So let's get down to business. Daniel and I were talking, together on Monday during our BDM show, which is every single Monday. We do it on the BDM Facebook page, and then it gets released. If you're a BDM, you can get that weekly free show.
Yeah.
And
I
during,
would say it's our most intimate show.
Yeah. We talk about business. We talk more, usually what happened over the weekend.
Yeah.
And that
I've been
kind
talking
of thing.
about, I'm not going to do it here, but we, dabble a little bit in some of the problems that I've been having in my marriage. So if you want the details, you'll head over and become a BDM. I know that's a little cheesy, but we got to do what we got to do. Yeah, because it's honest. It's real.
It is a different show because it seems like we're talking to a smaller, intimate
We've
amount
convinced
of people.
ourselves that, but it's all the same five people. I feel like it's the same five people.
But I see what you're doing there. You're hoping someone in there is a certified therapist, and you're getting it for free.
No, I stopped going to my therapist because she said I'm good to go. But
I'm
Yeah.
Joke's on her.
I am not good to go. I am better than, worse than I've ever been.
So Daniel brought up boiled peanuts. And
Well,
then,
Andrea wanted me to make them for Mother's Day. That's why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went over to Clemens, got me some green nuts, and made me some boiled peanuts. Shout out to our friend's dad who still works at Clemens.
Shout out, Dad.
Love that guy.
Shout out, Dad.
Love peanuts and Clemens.
And Daniel has a good boiled peanut recipe. And
I've been perfecting it for years.
I was going to say, that's a tough one to perfect.
And then it got my business wheels turning because, as Jesse knows, I'm like, it kind of works perfectly with what's cheaper than peanuts and boiled peanuts as far as to make them,
Well, it's the thing that people always say, like, you could get that for peanuts. Yeah. Then start with peanuts.
Yeah, like, you don't want to get into the gourmet escargot business if you want any sort of margins, hard to get a hold of. You're like exotic tuna.
Yeah,
no,
that's different.
It's just
That's
boiled
different.
peanuts.
Yeah.
I mean, like, peanuts are readily available by the probably buy them by the ton, right? At a certain point.
Yeah, you buy
You
them.
literally can, yeah.
Truckloads.
We buy semis of them.
Yeah, and then you just boil them with whatever Daniel's signature spices are.
Don't talk about them.
And then I was like, we could bag them and then sell like Tom and Dan boiled peanuts. But then,
Well, we're not fools. Like, we're not dumb enough to think that it's just the peanut as the vehicle for the actual item that we'd be selling.
Yeah.
There's a lot more to it.
Well, as Jesse knows, everything's branding.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's...
I'd say Jesse's a
You know.
king of branding. He's done quite well for himself.
Now, I know when Jesse started Odang Hummus, he cared a lot about the recipe and the actual product, but here at D&D Media, we don't care about the
Never have, never will. That's a Tom and
all
Dan
about the
problem.
logo.
We've never cared about the product,
Yeah.
and we never will care about the product.
Really, it's all about the money, actually.
It's always been.
All we do is want to make the most amount of money. And if we have the right branding...
It's the most amount of money with the least amount of you feeling like we're making that money.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
That's business in general, but okay.
Yeah, we're still, like, there's a part of us, like, we want to make all that money, but at our heart, we want you to still feel like we're just like you.
Yeah. That will come in the branding.
Yeah, part of the storytelling.
We're the relatable brand.
Yeah.
The people's peanut.
So
The people's peanut. I love that.
So then
we're just mood boarding right now. We're just mood boarding.
We're throwing noodles like crazy.
And instead of doing our podcast business work, we've been working on this all week, our boiled peanut business. And Daniel's been coming up with some logos and some jingles.
Do you want to present the first one?
And we can present.
The first one's a little intense.
Okay,
This is great. This feels like a full-blown investor.
Okay, I'll put here's the first one. It's up there. This was just, I want to start with a basic one. This one's just T&D Fat Nuts.
Yeah.
And this one, now hold
Nuts.
on, this one comes with a song.
Okay.
Do you want the song yet, or do you want to talk first?
No. So this is simple T&D Fat Nuts. It goes, because Mr. Beast,
Fat nuts.
he likes D's nuts and the kids like that.
It's Tom and Dan's Big Fat Nuts. Yeah, the D's nuts thing. I mean, I thought that was stupid. Mr. Beast said I was stupid. And he became a billionaire on it. Here's the song I wrote. Here's another thing I've been doing. Been trying to figure out a way to implement AI without scaring people.
Okay.
And I figured it out.
Oh, boy.
You have to, give them some, but also show them that we're going to be friends in the future. So I now present the first song I've ever done with AI singing the hook and me being the hype man. This is Tom and Dan's Big Fat Nuts.
Oh my stars, you got big fat nuts.
Oh my stars. Oh my stars.
You got big fat nuts.
Them nut. It's T&D, baby. And we're driving you crazy.
It's like Pitbull.
It's T&D, baby. We got the big fat nuts. Sing it.
Why is this a banger? Why is this the summer anthem right here? Summer anthem. Every flotilla is gonna be playing this.
We also got the sound to make you move your butt. You know it's T&D and we got them nuts. We also got the sound to make you move your butt. You know it's T&D and we got the nuts. We also got the sound to make you move your butt. You know it's T&D and we got them nuts. We also got the sound to make you move your butt. You know it's T&D and we got the nuts. We also got the sound to make you move your butt. You know it's T&D and we got them nuts. We also got the sound to make you move your butt. Nuts.
And then we get Steve Aoki to...
Scrotum. Nuts.
Scrotum.
All right. So yeah, that's
There you
the
go.
T&D Big Fat
There you
Nuts.
go.
So, but then, Jesse, I know what you're about to say. Like, too small of an audience. We need to bring this thing national.
That wasn't the first thing that came to mind, but all right, we'll roll with that one.
So far, how do you feel about Tom and Dan's Big Fat Nuts?
That jingle is right up there with the O'Reilly jingle. That one that gets
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you guys, that one, unfortunately, will be an earworm.
Yeah.
Because that is the only thing. Look, I'm sick of the AI too, but I'm going to tell you what they have figured out. Fuck the words. It doesn't matter. They know what sounds good.
Oh, yeah.
And they know how to shoot it. You could say anything to that,
Dude,
and I'd
I'm
be
telling
singing
you,
it all day, and
you
I
should
fucking
slip-
hate that.
Go to a club downtown, slip that in a mix in the middle of the club, and just watch.
I'll just give it to Angel.
Yeah,
I'll give it to our
just-
friend Angel and have him play it.
Just
Yeah,
see what
it's not
happens.
bad.
They're gonna be like, oh, if you just see people going with it, like, yes.
It's not bad. Not bad.
So then, Jesse, we were thinking, we're like, this is too small-minded. We're looking like we can't brand it T&D Nuts. We're only going to sell it to our own listeners. Like outside of our listening audience,
Well, I
someone's going to
started
see that.
to abandon the idea.
You
I
know?
thought it was kind of stupid then. I was like, I don't know. Man.
Someone's going to see that on the shelf. They're like, what's T&D Nuts? Big Fat Nuts? They're not going to understand
Yeah.
unless our listeners will buy them. But then,
it'll be like the Air T&D all over again. It's like
once they got a couple bags, they're like, I'm done with this.
They're not that
Goddamn
good.
scam.
Yeah, I can make my own. Like, fuck
Yeah,
you.
yeah. Where are these from? China?
They are from China. We'll get to that later.
Yeah,
We'll get to
you can get them on Temu.
Yeah, they're not even peanuts. I don't even know what
They're imitation
they're
peanuts.
Packaging peanuts.
They look like peanuts.
Yeah, there's some
Yeah.
Chinese weed.
Yeah, it's some sort of weed. They got shit tons of their shit, and they fucking hate it because it's killing their fish.
So anyway, then we're like, we got to think outside of
The
our
nut,
own
outside the
T&D
shell.
Nuts.
Oh,
we got to
wow.
start branding it like,
Global domination.
Which one am I going to next?
Well, let's go with the Western one because we were thinking of like,
Okay,
Stubbs
now this
barbecues.
is
I'm,
one of
I'm
my-
bricked up for Western.
This
Let's
is
go.
one of my favorite ones.
Oh,
T&D
this is fire, dude.
T&D Southern Nuts is a good logo.
Yeah, I like that.
T&D Southern Nuts. Like, I thought this one was a little more like Country Bears.
Yeah.
A little more like
Big fan of Country Bears.
It's a little Texas, but we're not Texas. But
No.
there are cowboys in Florida. Let's
Yep.
not forget about the
Shout out Florida Crackers.
Florida Crackers, man.
Yeah.
Got to give it to our cattlemen out there.
Yeah.
And this is what I was going. This is the true Florida Southern Nut brand.
Because you want the customer to believe, just like Stubbs Barbecue.
Yeah.
You know how
Yeah.
much it broke my heart when I realized Stubbs wasn't a real man.
Yeah,
no
he
barbecue
He
man.
said this every day. This motherfucker's like.
I was so sad.
Yeah, it's the only time I've ever seen you show emotion is when you found out that fucking Stubbs was fake.
Stubbs isn't a real dude.
He's like,
I was like, Stubbs, you broke my heart. But
Then he went on this whole thing about how he can't trust the government now, and they lied about a black man on the bottle.
Stop paying taxes.
Oh, my wife!
I'm over it.
My wife is saying that. My wife is saying right now that she loves this logo, and she feels like she has to weigh in because she has been helping me perfect
She
the
is
actual
vested.
flavors
Yeah.
of the nuts. Like she knows, she's the only other person that knows how to make them, like I make them.
Yeah.
Is Andrea Dennis.
So then we were like, you go with the Western theme, and then it seems someone's like, oh, these Western guys know how to make nuts. We don't
These
know.
these
And they don't even
Western,
know.
Southern
Yeah.
Western guys.
Yeah, no, they don't know. I mean, you know,
Chat room
the
coming
buying
in hot.
public is.
Chat room coming in hot. They said, what if it's a T&D's Southern Gentleman's Nuts?
Oh,
yeah,
I
yeah.
That's
like
not
that.
bad.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
I
not
like
bad.
that.
That's
I
not
like
bad.
the Southern Gentleman.
It elevates it. It also gives it a little to Jack Daniels,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like a little tip.
So then
Just the tip.
we were thinking, we're not pandering enough. Like
Yeah.
we,
What's the
like,
next one am I going to?
And, let's go with the Freedom.
Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah. Freedom
okay,
Nuts.
okay, so-
yeah,
so-
yeah,
all right.
Freedom Nuts.
Okay.
So then
What do you think of Freedom Nuts?
I'm in the Freedom
And you can
Nuts
see
deal.
all of these, if you're just listening, you can see all of these on our YouTube channel or on Twitch.
And I highly suggest it. I mean,
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is
Well,
some
look at
great
that
artwork.
logo.
Yeah, yeah.
Tom and Dan, and now we took the Tom and Dan out of it because
yeah.
of the
No,
because it sounds kind of gay.
It's also distracting. You don't want gay with your eagle.
Yeah. So then we're like, we just got to call it straight Freedom Nuts.
Yeah.
And
We
then-
wanted to call it Straight Nuts, but
yeah. Well,
Straight nuts.
so we have the eagle, the American flag. Then we'll put on the package where like 1% of all
Yes.
sales go
Wounded
to freedom.
warrior, yeah.
No. We
Okay.
just say
no,
freedom.
Yeah, don't put a
Yeah,
real
yeah,
one.
just
Don't put a real
freedom.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, hold
I
on. He's right.
kinda
This is why he's so much better at business. I would attach us to
No,
something
I give
legitimate,
away
like
one.
Wounded
Veterans or
Warrior.
something,
No,
Yeah, and then we get the pantsuit off.
Yeah,
of us.
No,
yeah,
that-
but I like Freedom because it's like
yeah.
every check each month goes to bald eagles.
Yeah, because
helping.
Well, because technically we're not
helping all freedom.
Well,
Yeah,
we're not
all freedom.
lying because we have to pay taxes, and that technically goes to our military, and that goes to freedom.
Correct.
So it's actually probably like, what are business taxes? I don't even know.
40% of all of our revenue goes. That's kind of hysterical. Yeah. To freedom.
40% goes to freedom, and then people are buying them.
Dude, that would go so viral.
Yeah.
That is absolutely hysterical.
I know which parades to show up.
Yeah.
We'll sell these on our goddamn boat.
No, you put them on a website, they go crazy. Like if we put this right behind a Title Lock commercial, and we're flush with cash.
I could sell these out of my truck at they protest at the right there corner of 436 and 1792.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
always there.
Protest
the
nuts.
flags.
Write that down.
Yeah,
Protest nuts.
Freedom nuts, right? So, I mean, what about that, Jesse?
What do you think of that
pretty
one?
good.
That's pretty solid. I like the 1% goes to freedom. It's so ambiguous. Did we buy a tank for a veteran? What
We can
happened
get a
last
tank.
month?
We can get a tank. Tank America's down the road.
Oh my God!
That's how we
dude.
market
What
it.
if we shoot the nuts out of the
That's
tank?
what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
Yo, no. Better yet, hear me out. Golf cart, T-shirt cannon up top, looks like a tank, and you're just launching nuts wherever you want.
Goddamn, having a goddamn genius here.
Yeah. Then we'll have an Osama target. We'll shoot the nuts
and
out
then
of
we
Osama.
shoot it at him, and it goes in his mouth, and he's like, "Yum! I'm not a terrorist anymore."
Yeah, we converted the
Yeah.
terrorist.
He's like, what? I love freedom now. And I was like, oh, my goddamn thing won't work. I wanted an alarm to go off when Osama was converted.
Yeah. And then we started thinking, well, we could just change the logo to wherever the hell we sell these. Like we sell the Freedom Nuts.
What about my God
We'll
nuts?
target Biff Lowe.
Oh, my Heavenly Nuts.
Yeah,
But see, the beauty of the Heavenly Nuts logo.
I'm thinking Heavenly Nuts,
do you
too.
see the L on the end? The L is a devil L.
Yeah,
That's for spicy.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So it's
Hey,
like
you're not bad at
it's like
this.
Heavenly Nuts, and then the L is like in the devil font, and it's almost like,
Ooh,
praise
spicy.
God. It's like naughty. It's a little naughty.
I actually dig that one, too. These are pretty good.
And then we'll say 1% of all sales goes to
heaven.
support God. Oh.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't really support God. What does that mean?
Yeah, there's no way to do that.
Yeah, but everyone's like, oh, it's my
All right,
God.
we did that one. We did that. What was the other one we had? Oh, we refined Freedom Nuts.
Okay, yeah. So this goes a little further.
Well, this is after hours of think tanking, we had landed on this logo.
To be a fly on the wall for this think tank, by the way.
This was going to be
Okay.
the one.
Yeah,
This
well,
was it.
Because the only other company in the nut game, in the boiled peanut game, is
Is it Hamptons?
No, it's Hardee's Farms peanuts.
Oh,
And
Hardee's
they-
Farms
in
has
a can.
boiled.
Yep.
Yeah, and those
Hampton's Farms are your big ones that get your roasted
Yeah,
nuts
yeah,
that
your
you see at
roasted
your
nuts.
ballparks. That we're not in that game.
But Hardee's comes like boiled already in a bag, and they sell them at Publix or whatever. And then a Hardee's peanut is just a guy with upside down sunglasses and giving a thumbs
yeah, I
up.
don't like that. What is that?
No, it's just like and then it doesn't elicit any response from anybody. It's just like a peanut giving a thumbs
There's
up.
literally zero emotion.
So then on our Freedom Nut bag, we got.
We changed the logo. Now tell me what you think of this. Are you ready?
And
Tell me what you think of that guy.
What
What do you think of that guy?
Not with the AK.
Yeah.
Okay, no, that's an AR-15.
Yeah.
Oh,
sir.
AR-15. AR-15.
so
And
what do
his
you
name
think?
is Freedom Chad,
Yeah.
and he's the peanut
yeah.
warrior.
Yeah.
He fights for freedom. 1% goes to freedom. And he's got-
Yeah,
and
what do you
it-
think of that? What do you
It's a
think of that?
peanut holding
Yeah.
an AR
Yeah.
with an American flag
Boys,
in the background.
Boys, listen, you just made...
Look at that trigger discipline
You
on that
made the
guy.
logo, and you just made the mascot, okay? Those two go together, end of story.
Okay, so Freedom Nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's so we could
Freedom
do
Nuts
Freedom
and,
Nuts.
And what do we call him? AR Chad?
Yeah, what do
Oh,
we-
he's Freedom
Yeah,
Chad.
yeah.
Yeah,
What do we call him?
Yeah, I don't know the
I was going to
rules.
call him Kyle, but
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
Kyle.
Tom said
No,
no.
come on, man.
I'm like, Kyle the Peanut.
Whatever. I mean, yeah, anything
He's
for
like-
money. I don't care
He's
what
like,
you call
hi,
it.
I'm Kyle. My dad drove me here.
There is the gathering of Kyles happening in Kyle, Texas this summer.
Yeah. I mean, it's all about just peddling these nuts.
Yeah, we don't give a
Whatever
damn.
works.
Yeah,
I
man.
don't give a
Just
shit.
buy these
Yeah.
nuts. I mean, we just want to buy, and then
We
you
had
know.
one last one, right?
Okay, well, we realized if we're pandering, we had to go both sides.
If you're going to pander, you got to go everywhere.
And then what we thought of was like gay men love nuts, so, and that'll be incorporated into.
There we go.
Let me strap tap into this. Oh, nice. Just in time for June.
Then a rainbow boiled peanut.
Yeah.
He's our mascot.
Yep.
And then that'll be sold in the Whole Foods.
Oddly enough, this guy's Kyle too.
Yeah.
Weird.
That'll throw off the scent of
Kyle's for
Kyle.
everybody.
Yeah. See, but we just pander to each individual market.
Well, that's what all corporations do.
That's what I knew that.
They don't actually give a shit about any of them. It's just whoever's going to buy it that month.
That's what I do. That's what I think.
The chat room, Obi Jim Kenobi said the AR nut should be Kyle Nuttenmouth.
Okay, well, that's what the Reddit people call. I'm so.
We're just calling him Kyle.
I step by look at our packaging, and then I'll have I have a press conference.
The question becomes, which logo is going to look the best on Tom's race jersey in 2 weeks?
Yes, I think the peanut with a gun.
Yeah.
I think that'll make him run the fastest.
One of those guys eat boiled peanuts with all health bars and shit.
The pro move is you got to dress up as a peanut and do the entire race. That's just free marketing 101.
Oh my God, that's not a bad idea.
For workout people, I bet peanuts, like boiled peanuts, do have a lot of protein. If you just put like protein peanuts, it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
you just market it to them.
What do they need when they're running? They need protein and sodium.
You're right.
Ding and ding.
This is a perfect for triathlon.
It's the ultimate triathlon. It's all natural.
It's all natural.
Quick, make a logo of a peanut riding a bicycle. Jesse, we can make them in 12 seconds. We spent all of an hour on this whole thing.
Yeah, we spent zero time on it.
Which leads me to my next conversation.
But let me jump in there real quick.
Yeah.
I'm being dead ass serious.
Yeah.
I kind of love it.
No, you don't.
I actually, because let me tell you why.
Well, business is easy then.
No.
It's so easy.
So if you go
I wish you could see our listener friends that come to watch when they just shake their head at you when you say things.
Are you buying, yes or no? See, she's in.
Yeah, she loves it.
Oh, hold on. I had one more song for the gun one.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd have like a
I had one more song.
Oh, yeah. Every single one comes with
a song.
With a song
and
that we have for marketing.
This one's called God, Guns, and Peanuts.
I'm already on board.
All right, here we go.
God, guns, and peanuts, and a little pussy too. God, guns, and peanuts, and a little pussy too.
And a little pussy too.
We added that in because with Netflix and stuff, you can say whatever you want now.
Yeah, we figured we'd make it abrasive. It's God, Guns, and Peanuts, and a little pussy too.
Well, yeah.
One more time.
It's all our favorite things as men.
So it's like,
why are these so good?
Yeah, it's very aggressive. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we built a whole company in 15 minutes. That's how easy it is, folks.
Yeah. What are you waiting for? You hate your job? Stop immediately.
We did legitimately build the Dollar Shave Club of boiled peanuts in 15 minutes.
I'm not even lying to you. That song is a bop. Okay. Yeah.
So let's actually get down to business here.
Peanuts.
So Jesse, which by the way, it is super easy to build a business nowadays, like with your logo, your
the
jingle.
Tools are there. I wouldn't say it's easy.
Yeah.
But I would say it's never been easier to have tools.
Yeah, well, as far as like,
because I don't see anybody doing it.
Like Jesse knows, 15 years ago, to build something like this would take weeks of man hours and effort, and like a bunch of different people involved. And now you could just do it so fast. So let's just say we get our boiled peanut operation Freedom Nuts off the ground, and what the hell is next? Because I'm sure you've gone over this with a million people trying to get food products in stores and stuff.
So hurdle number one is, are you let's say you want to do an ice cream company. Right?
Okay, all right.
Very hard to sell online because you got to do dry ice and you got to have the containers to ship them in. It's very expensive to ship it. So like step number one is identifying a product that trips a couple things. One, it's a good price point where you're going to have a good margin, right? You don't want to sell something that's $2-3. You want to sell something that's $10-15 per unit, right? And then you want to try to sell 2 or 3 of them at once, so you're clearing $30 per order, right?
It is building the price is part of that, like building the value into the branding or into the story or whatever. Like
as a young business, you want as much cash flow at the beginning as possible because you need that to forward the business, right?
All right.
So you guys have a product that is in essence shelf stable. So like you could boil them, you could jar them, right? Very easy, can them. and then you could ship them without any refrigeration required.
Okay.
Big win, right? They're going to be a little heavier, but that's not that big of a deal. So with being able to ship them across the country, that opens you up to social media, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. So like, 10, 15 years ago, our only option was retail. You had to go beg Publix or one of these grocery stores to give you a chance, or you just sold in farmers markets or whatever. Now, like you were saying earlier, Dan, you don't need that. You got an Instagram account, you got a TikTok account, you get on there, you start doing cool branding, storytelling, and you're off to the races.
Okay.
You can literally start selling tomorrow, pre-orders.
We
right?
need hot girls.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, like,
no, I'm dead serious.
No, Jesse, I'm gonna take a lot of flack for saying this, but is there, because I see, like, we got if she would want to do it, she's a businesswoman. We put Tiffany with double AKs. We just put the peanut. She's holding the peanut. The money's falling for the
peanuts
goddamn.
are titties.
Yeah, she's got peanut titties.
Think about peanut titties. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, she's the only person I can think of that people know who I'm talking about. I'm not trying to disrespect the mother of 2 lovely kids. She looks amazing, works very hard. I'm just saying, if she's holding the peanuts on her titties and the money's falling from the fucking sky, it would be.
Honestly, he's not wrong, because think about this. And this goes back to, like, know your audience.
Yeah.
You're not selling these to, the mom in the Hamptons, right?
Oh.
You're selling these to, Americans who like boating, fishing, hunting. That's
true blood patriots.
Patriots, right. So with that being said, there is no boiled peanut company in a massive market right now catering. The canned one over in Publix, it's very mundane. Right? I mean, it's canned. It's got a basic label on it.
They've been there forever. The yellow can. They're terrible.
Yeah,
They're
you
trash.
know what's funny? What's bigger than them? If you go to any racetrack or any gas station that sells boiled peanuts, they're selling that brand. They just open the big can, dump them in, and serve them to you.
Oh, so it's the same. Okay, really?
So they just get the crock pot. They're just changing the way they give it to
That's
us.
100% it, dude.
Oh,
so you think they're making it at the gas station? They're not. They're buying that brand. I know for a fact. And they're dumping it in there, and which is fine. That works. Right? But, like, if you want, like, the OG boiled peanuts on the roadside, you got to drive 20 miles outside of Orlando down some, Route 14 shit to find that guy that's slinging them out of a, back of an S10, right?
Yeah.
100%.
So that's what I'm saying. We always look in my space.
Which is also kind of gross that he's ladling your boiled peanuts out of some sort of crock pot.
Yeah, but we're going to do that too. You're just not going to see it.
But it's like that out of his truck, and then it's like, have you cleaned this in a while?
It's a turkey pot, and you know he hasn't cleaned it.
Have you sneezed inside the crock pot?
Yes, I have.
Dude, there's a guy out going to, if you take I-4, you get off going out to New Smyrna. He's right there by the biker bar, dude. He's got like an S10.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, he slings boiled peanuts every weekend. The dude's slammed every weekend.
No, I know.
Now there's some different things you can do. Like, people don't think that we have really thought about this. We have really thought about this. There are people that sometimes include, and this is whether it's a cutting agent or whether it raises your cost, but some people put in like some sort of pickled vegetables. Some people include corn. Baby corn. Some people include carrots or small red potatoes. So it soaks up the brine, so you get different things. I'm not saying we would do that,
but hear me out. I'm into that. Because I was going to say that. I was going to ask you your recipe. Like what's in there? Like, is there vegetables and that stuff? We look for Blue Ocean, right?
Okay.
This market, it's popular. People in the South eat the shit out of these things. They know them. They love them. People move, and then they can't get them anymore, right? Like, if you live in Washington and you're from Florida, you're not getting boiled peanuts up there, are you? Have you ever had a boiled peanut? No. Okay.
Oh, people complain that they can't get them. Now, they are.
That's my point.
One of the only negatives is that they are typically, I think because of texture only, they're not a gray area food.
Yeah, like either love them or you want to vomit.
Correct. Yeah. Like Andrea's
That's probably
mom,
not good for business, huh?
Yeah.
No, it's great. It's great because you have diehards or you don't.
Yeah. Well, Andrea's mom, for instance, absolutely despises them. My wife, though, can eat all of that. I mean, like the entire tub of them and make herself sick.
Oh,
not
Crystal
intimidated by your nuts.
Maisie too. Maisie will sit before dance. We had to change her tights because she had crab boil all down her tights. We were like, change her tights because she's just there eating the boiled peanuts. She's like a trucker, man.
Yeah, see, but I did that, right?
She loves them.
Like, hey, I mean, I totally am being dead ass serious. This is a really solid idea.
Okay, so this would be something if we pitched it to, like, let's say Shark Tank.
I think it would crush.
Like you think the investors in Shark Tank would be like, if you have, but then
Would we
they
have
need
to wear
a whole
overalls
plan.
though and be like, hey, we've been thinking about this for a long time. We done thought that we done bring these paying there to the regular people.
Yeah, we have to play some sort of character.
Yeah.
Play it
I'll
up.
knock my
for
teeth
TV.
out.
So I'm curious, Jesse. The going back to now, you could just sell everything online. You don't need the stores anymore.
The whole chat room says they like him. One guy says he eats boiled peanuts for dinner 3 times a month.
That's what I'm saying. Hey, right there, customer.
Damn, man.
Ask him for an order right now. Right. Anyone in the chat will take immediate orders. Pre-orders are live. Pre-orders are live.
So if this was a real business conversation, and it is in a certain part of it,
It is. I mean, because if people do find this stuff interesting, because we have tons of people that hit me up with products that they want to put out.
But you guys would be crazy not to take a stab at that because it's hysterical.
Because you would actually give us advice to just do all your sales online and just forego any sort of stores.
So-
you don't need them anymore.
Yeah, because we flipped our model. So we used to have our only choice was stores. Especially years ago when I had just the hummus company, it was refrigerated, super short shelf life, hard to ship. I mean, you can't freeze it. Couldn't have picked the worst product to launch with.
Okay.
Over the years, I've done all kinds of products, from nut butters and chips and cookies and all this stuff. When I did other ones, I'm like, oh, these are shelf stable. This is way easier, way more fun. So we try to lead now with a launch e-com, direct to consumer first. Let that fan base come together, become a tribe for you, and then you turn the tribe against Publix. And you go, hey, do you want us in Publix? Go tell Publix. And then you start getting request after request, and then Publix is calling you. And instead of you calling Publix begging them, they're going, hey, we know you have an audience. We need that audience in our stores.
Okay, interesting.
And we flip the script because normally, and I love Publix, they're a great partner, but any retailer is going to go, hey, man, it's a 40% margin, blah, blah, blah. But if they're calling you, you get to go, how about a 30% margin? And then they go, fine, we'll take it. So you get to make more money on your terms when you go that route versus pleading to go into open. And for them, it's a win-win because if they know you have an audience that's buying this stuff and you're saying, hey, we're doing $2 million in nuts a year, they're like, oh, you just de-risked it. So a buyer at a grocery store
Hold on
goes,
a second. We stopped the podcast, right?
What do you mean?
If we're doing $2 million a year,
Yeah.
this shit, I'll fucking destroy this shit. I'll be smashing every shit in
burns
here.
the building down.
I'll be stirring nuts for life. What do you want me to do? I'll dress like I'll make myself a peanut man.
yeah, perfect.
Now, I'm interested in because it's also complicated when you start scaling up your recipe to then package your nuts or whatever. So how does that process, people have their individual recipes that they want to come out. I'm sure you get this a lot. It's like, I make the best oatmeal cookies and this is my signature recipe.
Pull that drop.
But then if you want to make 10,000 of them, it becomes way more
changes,
complicated.
especially when you're working with salt. I've already researched this, dude, for my boiled peanuts.
So, okay, two things, right? And I watched this happen, and it's comical, okay? You watch your brand. Everyone knows what Rayo's is, the pasta sauce.
Yeah, they sold, right?
They sold.
And
So
everybody complains like crazy.
the minute they sold, and that's what happens to these big companies that buy these hot brands. The hot brand does it right. The big company buys it, and they go, we're publicly traded. We got to squeeze a little more margin out of this. So they start whacking the ingredients, whacking the process. It changes the flavor, changes the whole thing. People start boycotting. The value tanks. So the original owners of Rayo's got like 800 mil, right?
God damn. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yeah.
I do think the flavor has changed.
Oh, yeah.
I've done my own tests. I don't buy it as much as I used to.
Yep.
It used to be my go-to because of your trainer, Michael,
Yep.
swore by it.
Yep.
When they were a smaller company, he's like, it's got the right ingredients. They're family owned.
So
they do it small. They do it right.
Well, and that's what they do. So you could scale a brand. And here's the difference of what happened.
Yeah.
Rayo's, if I had to guess, they're called kettles. They're these huge. I mean, you could swim in them, right? But like Rayo's was probably using 1,000-pound kettles, right? Which is smaller, about the size of this room.
Okay.
Campbell Soup has like 30,000-gallon kettles, right? Like big guys. That's when it gets sketchy, is when you're trying to make real big recipes. So like with yours, I would just do several small batches and keep it handcrafted small batch. You can keep up with velocity all day long on that. It's when you sell to a big boy and they're going to put you through what I call their network, if you will, right? Their machine. That's when they really try to scale it big time. And it's so funny because I watched a brand, 3 years ago. 8 years ago, it sold. It sold for like $450 million. God
damn.
They had to dump it because they ruined it. They sold it for $12 million back to the original owners who bought it on a fire sale and are rebuilding it again. So
Really?
they got paid $500 million. The company nuked it in like 6 years. The big company that bought them, and they bought it back and are resurging it again.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It's insane how much money these investors waste all the time. Like, it's like
Well, let me tell you why.
hundreds of millions of waste.
Let's say Campbell Soup, who bought Rayo's. Okay?
Yeah.
Let's say they wanted to go compete with Rayo's, right? Like to build a premium brand. One, nobody's gonna trust them, right? Because it's Campbell's. Like the three of us building something, we're the good guys. We're the underdogs. We care, right? So Rayo's or Campbell's would spend at least $100 million to try to catch up to Rayo's in a couple years, right? So that's why if you watch the sweet spot for acquisition on these brands is usually 100 to 300 million. It would cost them that to almost get there. So it's faster for them to buy them, roll them under the portfolio and hope to God it works, and then fire sell it and take the loss on their taxes if it doesn't. So that's which is bananas.
Yeah,
if you think about it, you're like,
Yeah,
crazy.
no, it does make sense though when you put it like that.
Yeah.
It's like plus they don't. I would imagine that some of that you're never going to know what to do as well as the company who's already doing it, right?
Yeah.
So when he's saying you're going to have to like make up all that time, I mean they're already doing the work for you.
Well, and don't get me wrong, Campbell's
and you're
tried.
not going to be able to do it.
No, and that's what's always funny. Like when we get
It's not
into some of these
organic
cases,
either, right? Like it's like you're doing it to try and chase them, which is never a good
It's
thing.
never, you're second, third, fourth place. And again, you don't have that consumer trust. Where like you guys, again, if you launch this nut business and you guys put your fun flavors on them and the inclusions of the different vegetables and stuff, no one's doing that. I get to watch the story, especially what you guys have on a podcast come to life, right? I'm telling you, the shit would blow up.
What you do, too, to make it super unique is that in every jar, you do put pickled vegetables in there, but you only put one, just one baby corn.
Nice.
And it's the
Okay,
lucky
yeah.
corn. And who gets the lucky corn?
Kind of dig
You
that.
got to put like something for kids, something for mom and for the family. Who got the lucky corn? Daddy got it. Oh, you get to make a wish.
And then one
Make a wish.
lucky winner will receive a golden ticket in
Yes.
a peanut bag.
And you get to tour the factory.
You get the tour of the peanut factory.
And I'm not an Oompa Loompa.
Come on, man. Hey, you said you do anything for the brand.
I was walking down the road and he's like, and I'll get my top hat. And I'm like, fuck you. I'm not wearing the green wig.
And then I pretend to walk, and then I fall down and do a somersault, and I'm like, I'm not crippled. Yeah, I'm the Mr. Peanut. Here's my Oompa Loompa.
Comes up with a monocle.
And they're like, oh, God, the fat one's stuck in the pipe.
We have a fat kid stuck in our peanut brine pipe. Let him die.
Anyway, so I'm also curious, too, like, do other companies buy out, like, if a company's becoming too competitive against them, they'll just buy them out and either crush them or just take it over?
That's basically what happened to my first hummus company.
Okay.
Yeah, we were getting way too competitive, and it was an offer. We're like, all right, let's do that. You know what I mean? So
do most entrepreneurs right now hope for that to happen because it's just like they get to a certain point and then they just get a huge payday?
Well, you know what's dicey about that? Prime's a great example, right?
Okay.
Logan and Co. launched Prime. I mean, it was basically a cash grab. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I got a name, I got a huge audience, let's sell them something. It spiked. They should have tried to sell it at that point in time, right? Just get it hot, dump it.
Because a Gatorade or someone would buy that, right?
Well, what you're seeing is now, if you're watching Prime, they're getting slandered like crazy.
Yeah, it's falling back down.
Oh, they're nuking it. Well, who do you think's nuking it?
And they got all the product. It's sitting everywhere, and they're trying to liquidate it.
Who do you think's behind nuking it?
Oh, is it Big Gatorade?
Oh, come on, man. You think Monster and Gatorade and those guys are going to sit there on the sidelines? No. They're going to influencers going, there's some cash.
Talk shit about Prime.
Yeah, do your thing.
Oh,
you know?
no, really? I didn't know that.
Oh, I could tell you so many dirty things that we had happen to us. And again, we were young and nimble.
Hey, here's $500. Why don't you go take a shit in Jesse's hummus?
Yeah. What? I thought human feces and Odang. What is this?
Yeah, here's $500. Why don't you go to Publix and wipe your balls on all his hummus packages?
Dude, it's such a dirty industry on the backside. There was actually a trade show. We had Sabra's owned by PepsiCo, which is our big threat. And not a lot of people know that.
You know what Sabra is, right?
The red lid hummus.
Yeah.
I didn't want him to think you were speaking a different language.
I don't know.
Because you were like, the Sabra, but the hummus. And Tom's like, oh,
We
yeah.
speak English here, Jesse.
He will.
It's American Nut Company.
He will sit there the whole time like, yeah, I know. Because he doesn't want you to think that he's not good at
You're
business.
sitting in the headquarters of Freedom Nuts.
Freedom Nuts. God damn it, speak English. Yeah, so we're at a trade show, and we watched them trying to rip off some of our products, right? So we go to this huge industry trade show every year. It's called Expo West. And I was like, I'm done with these fuckers. So we made fake hummus. So we did a zero carb hummus.
You took a shit in the pie like the hell.
Not quite that level, but write that down. But we did like a zero carb hummus. That's impossible. It's made of beans.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we're showing it at the show. It's up there. Their R&D team, one of the people walks over and we're looking at our stuff, and I'm like, that's impossible. I'm like, no. We have a proprietary way to do it. Next thing I know, 9 people from the R&D team at Sabre are over there looking at our booth, and they're like asking us questions. I'm like, I'm not gonna tell you guys anything. Dude, we set them on the wildest ass goose chase for the next year.
Oh my God! You did what Drake did to Kendrick. The daughter never existed.
It never existed. So we'd have like the buyers come over. They're like zero carb hummus. I'm like, it's not real. Look at this though. We'd pull out the show.
So they literally like went off trying to figure out how to manufacture zero carb hummus for a long
They're
time.
still doing it. One of the men trying to tasked with doing it killed himself.
Yeah,
that's what I like. I like it when he's like, I gotta figure this out. And he just kills himself. His fucking daughter finds him. Oh, it was a mess. All over his brand new iMac.
Not the iMac. So is this still under AppleCare?
So technically, Jesse, is there a possibility of like a Mr. Hardy from Hardy's Farms comes out and then like tries to sabotage us or like use social influence?
I want to spike
against
to Kyle
Nuttenmouth.
Like that shit happens, right? Like
the category you're going into, no one's in.
Okay.
So again, the only brand that's in there, if you pull up their social media,
that's a nice way of him saying there's no money in it.
Yeah. No.
There may be a reason.
How many pre-orders do we have? How many pre-orders?
Well, I think based on the chat room, I feel very confident we could do 25.
No, nice.
Yeah.
If we get 30, we'll launch a new flavor.
If we get 30, I'll pull my dick out on the screen.
Please, God,
On
put
the
me down
stream,
for
I mean, not
put
the
me
screen.
down for 5 then. 5 in pre-orders.
That's how you do it. You got to get OnlyFans. You'd be like, you buy these nuts, and we'll pull our titties out.
And then if you would counsel us to if we did get an offer, because I'm sure there's people that get really
you're
good
putting
offers.
the cart before the horse.
Well, I'm just saying because they're
to your point
people
about
keep it for their own heart, right? They're like, I want to keep my nut company, and then all of a
those are
sudden,
dumb old men like with a cashier at a cash register
sell it
store.
out.
Yeah, this has been in my family for 45 years.
Yeah.
Tom's like, I'll take 2 months and take it.
Yeah, like I sold everything. My mom with the estate sale, I would have sold my mom's teeth out of her skull.
But I'm sure you've seen people that fall in love with a company
Oh,
and
yeah.
then refuse to sell, right?
Yeah, I mean, again, you
Don't
get
be
to
gay for your company, man.
you get to a crossroad where you're like, I either have to sell to them or I got to prepare to compete with them. Because if you don't sell, they're going to come for you anyways.
Yeah.
So, which is fine. We've done both. The biggest thing is don't start it to sell it. Start it to make money, make it profitable. We have a brand.
That's why you can't do it.
Yeah.
I could think about. I thought about
Did you
selling
see how
it.
sad he was when he said that? He was
When you go that route, you'll get people.
Before we made the logo, I was like, "What can we sell?"
How fast can we get in and out of this thing? I'll tell you, there's 2 kids on TikTok that have a sunflower seed business called Seeds.
No, really?
Yo, dude,
that's real cheap.
That's a good,
listen,
fucking name.
These fucking kids came to me like 2.5, 3 years ago on TikTok. They're like, yo, can we get a call with you? I'm like, sure. I saw them doing their little hustle. They were like 25,000 followers. They're asking questions. I'm like, yeah, you guys are doing it right, man. Keep hustling, blah, blah, blah. We talked. They're crushing it now.
Really?
Crushing it. Yeah, I mean, all they did is they took, how many sunflower seed companies are out there? There's a few.
Well, there's David's.
There's
There's Smackin'.
Yep, Smackin'.
There's
Actually, Smackin's their brand.
Oh, is it?
It is Smackin'.
Oh, they're good.
They're good. Okay.
Well, then they're taking over because
they're dominating.
They're right with the big boys, and their ads are great. They're like, they don't say the other ones are bad.
Yep.
They just say what they are. Like David's, they'll be like, David's sunflowers have great seasoning. Look at how great they are. But they're like, it's a little too salty. Try this one.
Yep.
Oh, they're good.
Killing it. Dude, the kids are 25.
I get their ads.
25?
I'm a baseball guy, so I get their ads.
You get their ads. And that's what they did. They found an audience. They went after the baseball tribe, and they're blowing up, dude. And they're taking on David's has been around for 100 years.
It's super trendy, and they're taking on the biggest ones, and they're in tiny bags you can fit in your pocket.
Yep, dude, it's genius.
Make a Freedom Seeds logo. We'll switch the seeds.
What if we called them fun flower seeds?
No, we need Freedom Seeds. We
Gunflower seeds.
Sounds like it's got to have titties.
Gunflower seeds.
I kind of like gunflower.
Write a gunflower. Make a gunflower seeds logo.
I'll do it.
Pivot.
We'll wait
Hold on,
12 seconds.
this is a product extension. Product extension.
Yeah, you're right. We're getting the seed business.
Yeah.
So they just basically made a sunflower seed company and then marketed through their own TikTok.
Yeah, they made a little more like a heavily seasoned seed. They did a little more fun flavor. They made a cooler package. I mean, the packaging's basically it's just a little smaller, fits in your pocket. It's not rocket science. And they went in, they found a baseball tribe that loves fucking sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
And they let it rip, man. You know, and that's what's so genius is they didn't try to reinvent the wheel, just like you guys. There wasn't a huge competition availability, but there's a big market, and they're carving the hell out of that market.
Wow.
Yeah. So
you think someone will,
textbook?
You think someone will come around and
100%,
buy them?
100%.
I think somebody already it seems like they're headed that way just because of the way their commercials are now. They're so aggressively intertwined with the other brands that they're going to get picked up. Because they're actively talking about the other brands in the ads.
A private equity firm is going to scoop them up so fast that wants to go compete against David's or something like that. So that's the thing people don't know is private equity firms buy brands like them all the time. And what they'll do is they'll go, hey, it's growing, it's doing the thing. We're going to buy them out for $60 million. We're going to leave you guys each 10% of it. Keep working, keep doing what you're doing. Grow the thing, and then eventually we'll sell it to some big snack company or whatever. But
God, so you just get a $60 million payout, and then you also get a salary job and still own 10% of the company.
Yeah,
God, that's sweet.
I got a friend who got a check for I want to say it was her and her partner. They got a check for $30 million. They sold 51% of the company. So they still had all the other half the equity, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, she got a stupid $350,000 salary, expand. It was great. You basically got a mad bonus. They built the company up, and then I think it just sold a few years ago, actually.
God.
So yeah, there's a million ways to skin the cat, and that stuff happens all the time with brands. And I guarantee you, Seeds is on its way or smacking. Because those kids, they did everything right. Gunflower Seeds. Holy shit. Why is that so good, dude?
Yeah, what do you think? Oh, shit. Hold on. I'm trying to pause it so everybody can see it. Hold on. Where's Gunflower? There it is.
There Gunflower Seeds.
So I did that. They got to see, if you were watching live on Twitch and YouTube, you got to see me do that real time.
We're coming for you, smacking.
See, but this is what's funny is dude, this is entertaining to watch come to life. You know what I mean?
We're the live action shittiest entrepreneurs.
Making business out of business. We don't want to do the actual work.
We're the shitty live entrepreneurs.
I don't want to stir the peanuts in the cauldron. I don't want to do any hard work. I'm just an idea guy.
Market. Come with the ideas. Put a jingle.
Can we just?
Everybody loves the logo. Everybody loves Gunflower.
Yeah, good.
It needs to be a little more American, I would say.
So you got Freedom Nuts and Gunflower Seeds. Holy shit, this is brilliant.
We can come up with 10 other ones.
Yeah.
We're just an idea machine.
Okay, ready? Here we go. Live testing. Would you buy Gunflower Seeds? Okay,
wow.
look. That was a no. That was an easy yes.
Yeah. Well, they're healthy.
Yeah.
You like to snack healthy.
So although it seems like doing all this has to be hard, or everybody would do it right. Ideas are a dime a dozen. All the shit. It's the man hours putting into it. This
Gunflower Seeds. I bet you. We could manufacture in probably 30 days, and you could have your first 3 flavors in probably 500 units per flavor, and probably under $2,000.
Really?
Oh my God! That's cheaper than koozies. We've been buying all these goddamn koozies, man. I'd rather hand people sunflower seeds.
Yeah.
Here, try these.
And then then we just sell them, and as long as we sell them online.
No, you guys have that part already figured out. You got the fucking website.
We just market them.
We do have a website. We have a
we
Shopify.
know influencers.
You are the influencers.
No,
we're too old. We're too old.
Well, Jesse,
Pre-order is now live for Gunflower Seeds. Pre-order is live for 3 flavors. Please pick the 3 3-pack variety pack, $30.
We're
Jesse,
gonna do a barbecue.
we slip you $1,000 on one of your walks. You're like, I need some gunflower seeds to fuel my walk. And you're eating them, and you're like, gunflower seeds now available.
Yeah, you're like, check out this sunset at Costco. You're eating them.
I really get in there and murder my hunger.
Then you're like, link in the bio, and then we're rich.
You said they murder your hunger.
That's perfect.
God.
Blast away the hunger pains.
Hey, hunger, stand by and stand down. I forget what he says.
And then we'll say 1% of all sales goes to ammo.
Yeah. Wow.
That's so good. Who gets the ammo? Nobody knows.
You know what you can do?
Everybody loves ammo.
Everybody gets ammo.
If you want to freak people out, say 1% goes to protect and then bold it, you're right.
Yeah.
People hate it.
Shit, dude.
People hate it if they think you're going to take some shit away from you. If you say 1% of every bag of gunflower seeds goes to
Second
protect,
Amendment rights.
you're right. People will be like, fuck yeah.
Yeah. And then again, a certain percentage goes to taxes, and then it all technically that's kind of rights up there. Those taxes.
It's
right
your
there.
right to pay taxes. There you go.
Yeah,
It's all, read the fine
There
print.
it is. We got it. Business is easy.
Yeah.
Everybody. Business is
What a
easy.
great Friday.
What a generous company. They help education. They help military. They help.
Dude, Gunflower Seeds, the only female-owned sunflower seed.
Yeah. And then we'll have a shell, just put it in our wife's name.
Put it in our wife's name.
Maisie's. We'll put it in Maisie's name.
Maisie's.
Welcome to
because
business.
Amazing Maisie's Gunflower
Because
Seeds.
we can't put it in our wife's name.
Which is pretty
The old
funny that
bib.
the flowers behind it if it's woman owned.
That
checks out.
That
checks out.
And then
delicate but firm.
And then Maisie can be our spokesperson, and then she'll be out there.
I'm an athlete. I eat these.
Yeah. Then we'll give her a gun, and we'll take the bullets out, and she'll be pointing it around.
We'll take the bullets out.
Right, and remember, let's go, Brett.
We'll cut it right there. We'll cut it right there.
Yeah. It's like, she didn't say it.
She didn't say it.
We just cut it like TikTok
She didn't
does.
say
Yeah. We're for anybody. And then we'll put her in a rainbow shirt one day. And we'll see the other side. Whatever. It's just money.
Starting June 1st, rainbow shirt.
All right.
Just pander.
How are pre-sales going on?
We're already sold out.
Oh my God!
Well, we're sold out of barbecue.
All right.
Hot flavor.
We need to take a break. Let's take a break. When we come back, we could do our.
What do you want to do?
We have a segment about dumb old men that we want to do.
Oh,
If you
yeah.
wanna stick
You want
around,
to watch
Jesse.
some dumb old man
Yeah.
videos?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Say less.
It's just some internet videos of
With or
dumb old
without
men.
pants.
We wanted to have fun today, so we decided to load up some dumb old man videos. All right, back to music. The name of the band is Eric Slick. The name of the song is The Moment. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I put some jazz on the back side of this. We'll be right back.
I need some time alone to walk with me. But things are complicated. My whole life I've waited for someone to be. Do I believe in love? I guess I think I do. These days I'm feeling slightly out of tune. But it shows you what you can't define. And I feel like it's a moment, but it's missing a component. When you're crashing on the corner of what you had and what you wanted. But I wish that I could hold it, but I know I can't control it. So I let it go and hope that it comes back around. My time is overrated. I need tonight alone, no company. I got my candy bar queued up to fall asleep to some old comedy. It used to bring me joy when nothing else would do, but now I find I'm mostly missing you. And it shows me what I long to find. And I feel like it's a moment, but it's missing a component. When you're crashing on the corner of what you had
listening to the industry leader, radio guys turned podcasters. And now the whole town is sucking our dicks.
Oh, yeah.
You're listening to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. Oh, yeah. Don't forget to lick our balls, bitch.
Welcome back to Real Jazz Sirius XM. I am the Watchman. That's a real guy, by the way. I'm probably gonna get sued for doing that. That's how he sounds too. Like that thing. When that thing ends, like that. Here, I'll do it again. I'm not. It's not.
My
deep
anxiety was at an all-time low.
Yeah, he does. I listen to him in the afternoons, and then the music's playing. Like, Real Jazz Sirius XM. This is channel 116. I'm the Watchman. Coming up next. Oh, I love it. I go, yeah, Watchman, fucking get it, Watchman.
You ever seen Daddy's Home where he's like 1067 the Panda?
Yeah, I'm a dumb old man, and I like jazz, and I listen to a shit ton of it. But yeah, if you want to know who that is, I'll tell you later.
Oh, AI's coming for the Watchmen too.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
They can do all that. So
what are we doing here? Sorry, I'm
Well, we wanted to do
I'm not prepared. We were really digging into boiled peanuts during the break.
Yeah,
Holy
no, yeah.
smokes. I better get a cauldron.
Oh, yes.
We were laughing about dumb old men. Me and Daniel's favorite topic sometimes. We call ourselves dumb old men, and like old men, like the old man throwing the towel over the gator in the golf course and then it whipping around and biting him.
Oh, yes.
That
dumb
makes
old
us
man,
laugh.
dumb
We
old
laugh
man.
at that.
Yes, yes, yes.
And then just old men in general make me laugh, especially if they get frustrated at technology or whatever. In fact, I had a run-in with old man at the gym.
Oh, was it you?
He kept answering. It was only me and him in the gym over here. I'm not gonna say where, but we were there by ourselves, and he kept answering. He kept answering his phone. And my grandfather did this, where he'd answer his landline anytime someone would call.
It's old men in Puerto Rico will answer their phone anywhere, everywhere.
But it's always a scam call. So he's like, his cell phone will ring, and he's like, oh, you get flustered. He'd pick up. He's like, hello, who is this? Hello, and he's like, all right, bye. And then and you
Wait a minute, that's you.
But I'm like, quit answering the phone, old man. It's all
It tells
scam.
you who's calling.
Yeah. Just if it's not your family member on the goddamn phone, just don't answer.
If it says car warranty, it's not your car.
But like, I think that the reason I answer calls now, because I feel a little attacked. I think the reason I answer the calls now is because it is that pendulum effect. I have been ignoring every call that's come through on my cell phone for 10 years, and you know what? I'm fucking had it. I'm answering these fuckers.
That's what they want.
You're gonna waste my time. I'm gonna waste your time.
Yeah, I'm
making it
answering
worse.
it now. And now it used to say, we had a sweet spot for like 2 years where it would say spam likely or spam, or telemarketer or whatever.
figured a way
It's
around that,
all
yeah.
done now.
Yeah.
And now they're all spoofs of like people I know's numbers. It's like close to, it'll be like my number, one number off, and I'm like, oh my God, it's me for the future. That's a fuck. I answer all of it.
Do you have the sports book? Yes or no?
I back. You know what? Another thing I back, and this is what this does make him. I'm glad you're here because it eases it for him. But I know it makes him think like, why the fuck am I in business with this guy? I turn my clicks back on when I'm typing. I'm all clicks. Clicks.
So sometimes I do it for funsies. Do you know we still have ringtones on our phone? Just learned that again.
Yeah.
I forgot about those guys.
I type faster with the clicks on. The audible noise of a click makes me a more accurate type script.
It feels good. You really feel like a novelist.
Yeah, it's got us. There's a satisfaction to it. Like, I bet you would be. I've been trying to get him to use ChatGPT to proofread his emails.
Oh,
he'll one thumb an email. It'll take him 4 hours of one email.
Daniel has shown me that, like, I was writing something to someone, a client, and then Daniel's like, let me just throw it in ChatGPT for you. I'm like, I don't think anything can be better than what I wrote.
He did say that. He was like, I don't know, man.
This
is
is
pretty
pretty
much
good.
100%.
And then when Daniel sent it back to me,
3 seconds later,
I was like, oh my God. Like,
it was perfectly organized with bullet points,
and then
it had
it made it better.
Yeah.
Like all my
It just cleaned
options,
it up.
they were like, this is the beginning option. This is the enhanced. It was like making like sales. Like it was a better salesman than I was.
He had 1, 2, and 3, and it made it introductory, enhanced, and premium.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the premium. They love the premium.
Instead of premium, it's 3.
Well, and it's so funny because I help kids here at UCF, in the incubator there at during the semesters. Or
I
whatever.
help the girls volleyball too.
Yeah, well, I gotta switch.
Hey.
Come on.
I gotta switch then. Anyways, they'll send me emails, and they're like, "Dear insert name," and I'm like, "Hey guys, if you're gonna use ChatGPT, you gotta at least read it before you send it.
Yeah,
because my name's not even in there."
And then the guy, like, my name is insert name, and you feel really bad about yourself.
Jerk.
Because
Real jerk.
Well, that's the problem is that
You don't know what it is, do you?
Well, no.
thinking, and got it.
All I had is gun seeds.
I know.
I'll look on it.
I know. I'm
Dude,
staring
when this
at
guy gets an idea, his
He's
whole weekend
he's
is fucked.
bricked up. It's staring me
His
down from the
whole
idea.
weekend is fucked. He's supposed to train and do all this stuff, and you're going to be gunflower seeds in the clouds. You and Tommy planning all day.
I wasted all my brain energy, and I got no more. But if people know it's ChatGPT or whatever, then immediately they get insulted. That you sent them a ChatGPT email.
Oh, they do.
Yeah,
they
do. Because they're like, oh, this means you're too lazy to put any fucking effort
You
into
don't
it.
care.
Yeah,
you don't care. It's like, no, I'm just a bad writer.
They flip it on them. They're like, you don't care. Go, let me ask AI if I care.
Yeah.
and then ask AI if you care, and then send that answer back to it.
It's like, well, let me send you what I was gonna send. They go, never mind. You're
You
fine.
know what I will? You know what I will give it a nod for emails though, and it's good for me because I got a bit of a temper. When people are being unreasonable,
Oh yeah,
it's the only thing you should ever use.
Yeah.
Like when people are being unreasonable, you should just use it because it does not have emotion.
It doesn't.
They're saying they're going to add that into it. I say don't add it in. We don't need it.
Please send a pissed off professional
Because
email.
it helps me when I get an email of some guy that's just being a fucking prick and he's curse crazy. You just throw it in there. It'll give you a better way to do it. It gives you,
Hello,
it detaches
Mike.
you from it.
Yeah.
It does. It detaches you. It's just like my car driving for me. I don't get mad in traffic. No, I'm not doing anything.
Who's driving your car? You have a 93 Honda. It doesn't have
That's my daughter. It was my daughter.
I love that you're using computers to take and robots to take the emotion out of your life because that's what it is.
Well, so it's like
I like it.
You want me to
it's pro move. Does that work for relationships?
Well,
Asking for a friend.
I mean, I guess it would be the version of walking away, right? Instead of just staying there yelling and screaming, you just walk away and chill out.
Yeah, but the relationship, like I act like a robot, and Crystal does not like it. That's
true.
She gets very upset when I act like ChatGPT would respond.
Let me get these videos.
Okay,
here.
so what was the first video?
The first video is the first one is let's just start with something cute.
All right.
This is a cute couple. And this is a cute old man and a cute old lady, and they're not like. And what I like about this one is, it's the quintessential old people that aren't mean to each other. And what I mean by, they're mean to each other, but they don't curse. There's an element of respect.
They just yell curse words.
It's a dang nabbit.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Yeah, so
Pro
here,
move.
check this one out. This is old man versus a grill.
Damn it, why don't you just make me go faster even yet? What are you doing?
Okay, it's going to be me. Hold on.
Oh, they'll eat the freedom nuts.
Damn it, why don't
That's
you
our demo.
just make me go faster even yet?
Why don't
My favorite is he managed to grill himself.
Why
Did you see
don't
that
you-
move?
Why don't you make me go faster even yet? That is it's a great thing to say, and I want you to say it all week. And why don't you make me go faster even yet? I was voted most likely to be this old man later in life because I will do things that are terrible and then blame them all on Andrea. And you've seen me do it. I'll fall down a flight of stairs and I'll be, Andrea, you bitch. And it has nothing to do with her.
She's in Topeka, Kansas on a
Nothing-
business
yeah,
trip.
oh, yeah,
She's
nothing
not
there.
even here.
Yeah, her and Maisie they've been gone. They left me. And
Yeah.
we're divorced for 15 years. I
Yeah.
fall down the stairs. I blame Andrea.
So the old man,
She bought these damn steps.
this video is being taken by the porch cam. He knocks over his
Yeah.
own grill onto himself.
Yeah.
And he screams, "Why don't you make me go faster even yet?"
Yeah, and then she
Which
says,
is his
and then
motherfucker.
she's so cute. Listen how cute she is. She's adorable. And Tom, you're right. Give these two people a bag of freedom nuts. 'Cause
Oh,
these-
nice.
These are our guys.
Oh, damn it, why don't you just make me go faster even yet? What are you doing?
She's so cute. And that's what Andrea would say. What are you doing?
Yeah.
And what's the thought process there? It's like, yes, no, I planned on absolutely belly rolling the grill into the yard. My bad, you caught me in the middle.
Well, that's what your old lady says to you because she's mad that she's wasting her
No.
life with you, and you keep doing dumb shit, falling all over the place.
Hold on, replay the video because to your point, Tom, watch the exit here. She doesn't help him. She makes a hard left and goes to the car. Watch. He's in the yard, ass cheeks out,
You just make me go faster even yet.
and she's gone. She's
What
like,
are you doing?
doesn't help him, and she's out. She gone.
That'll be Crystal for sure. Ain't Andrew. We just yell at us.
All right. Yeah, I think yours is better, though, because Tom's, the one that you gave me, I think is better than mine. You gave me one of my favorite things of all time, which is Old Man Gets Pranked on Golf Course.
Okay, yeah.
And the best thing about Old Man Gets Pranked on Golf Course is this one, I believe, has like what it showed me is that this old man is now like it's peeled back the entire mask that he's worn, his entire persona, and he's down to just like fight or flight.
Okay, yeah.
Like, what would
He's
I do?
screaming.
Like, and you're gonna hear how he would sound like gun in mouth, like save your family, you're dead, like staring the Grim Reaper into the eyes. How would you sound on your like? I would like to think that if I was fighting to the death, then I wouldn't sound like this. That's what I'm trying to say. Well, that's what I'm trying to say.
His friends did the classic clip a fake snake to the back of your shirt on a fishing string.
Never gets old.
Yeah, but
my dad had one of those, by the way.
Yeah, which is basically you just like use a clothespin or some clip and then just clip it to the back of your buddy's shirt.
Fishing line on a rubber snake.
And then all of a sudden they turn around, the snake is chasing them, but it's attached to a string on their back.
Yeah.
So no matter how fast they run, it keeps up with them.
Here. Okay, this one.
Oh,
I mean,
so
this one's so good.
You have a dead tree and let it fall on a neighbor's car.
Oh no! Oh gosh!
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out of here!
Get the fuck out of here! Get the fuck out!
Now he crashed into his own golf cart. I don't know if you heard that.
Yo, it's so good. Watch how hard he hits his fucking golf cart, dude. And he's doing a joke, but he's doing a great joke beforehand. He's doing the like, wow, just let it fall on the neighbor's car. Fucker! I'm a rich wagger. Look at this cocky motherfucker.
Yeah, he does an old man joke.
Neighbor's car.
He went into a stroke halfway between that.
You have this gene.
Yeah. It is, I guess, unfortunate that.
Get the fuck out of here!
Sounds like he's crying.
Get the fuck out of here!
Yeah, he's falling over. He's still trying to get away from the snake. That's a dumb old man at golf course trying to get away from the snake.
The crunch on that golf cart is legit, though.
It's so good. Oh, he smashed.
Oh, yeah.
He hit so hard.
It is embarrassing when you make a scream for your life because it's involuntary. Yeah. I've gone through this before.
I know I do it.
Yeah.
You know?
If you scare someone good enough and they actually believe they're dying or being chased by a snake, you'll scream.
I usually scream, though, not for being scared, but just intense pain. I'll yell a yell that, like, makes Andrea and Maisie, like, it scares them. Like, you know, like when you get the bar on your bed between your toes?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh,
what kind of?
When you kick,
kind of bed
when you kick the metal bed, like the wheel.
Oh, he's
you
got
know?
the old
I got
school
the old
1980s.
wheel. Yeah. I'm not fancy. Like I got metal.
You know when you're around the corner and the chain of your bed gets stuck on your toes?
It's the white wheels with the brass, and you have to push it down to keep it from rolling.
We didn't sell our company to no one.
Unsellable. Nothing can be done.
We built it up. No offers.
No offers.
Not one offer. No one. It's still on the table. But if you want to contact us, you want to buy T&D Media, it's for sale.
For sale.
It's been for sale.
Highest bid.
Anyway.
Final one. You want
Pre-order for T&D Media begins now.
Do we want to do Ric Flair?
Okay.
It's a little late, but I mean, like.
Well, we were gonna play this video.
You said spend money and put this place over and bring my family and friends here.
What's Ric Flair's speech impediment?
It's drunk.
No. No, I think he had like a CTE. He had a little bit of that.
Yeah, I think that's from.
I didn't do nothing but come in, put the plate on.
The only thing I've ever heard him say is "woo."
Yeah. He's he's one of my favorite wrestlers. So this hurts my heart to even play this video.
Yeah.
I hate this video.
You mix alcohol, like you'll get a wet brain from alcohol over, like, you know, he's been drinking for 40 years, hard drinking. You know, like if you want
the night the boy. He said night the boy. But why? Why does he say that?
I think it's the alcohol, dude.
No, I think there is a speech
like
impediment.
he's always had it.
I think when the spinal cord disconnects at some point.
Listen. He's a North Carolina guy, they're saying.
And by the way, this video is him drunk at the bar. He's talking shit to someone.
I should probably set this up. So he went to this place in Tampa, Gainesville. Went to this place in Gainesville with his family. They were celebrating like a graduation or something.
Oh.
And then he tips out big and spends big. You know, that's what he does. And then apparently one of the managers or somebody that worked at the restaurant, this is the only thing they're saying, was in the restroom too long. And that altercation between being in the restroom too long and passing and saying some sort of words or altercations
took an
to
old
Rick.
man Ric Flair piss.
Yeah, I'm sure it takes Rick a solid 18 minutes to drain his big snake. You know,
I don't have that problem.
Plus, he's hammering
my
beer,
God.
so he has to piss immediately.
Yeah.
Because his
Well,
prostate
you know what he
is
said he
big.
had? I think they said he said what he had, and old dudes, and I know some old dudes that do this, where they'll say, like, when people ask him, are you drunk? Have you been drinking? I'm like, 3 Mick Ultras. It's always 3 Mick Ultras. It's always fucking 3.
Yeah.
3 Mick Ultras. Like, those aren't.
It's 8:30 in the morning, Grandpa. You just woke up.
I'm 3 Mick Ultras. But let's see what he said here. Okay, so he right now he's like talking to the manager, and he said, I did nothing wrong except put this place over, which is a wrestling term for like making you look good.
Okay, yeah.
Putting this
Just
place
by
over.
being here.
Yeah.
Ric Flair's here.
Yeah.
Watch social media tomorrow.
I don't follow social media.
Well, you better.
I don't get stuck on my phone.
What's your name, that job?
he says, watch social media tomorrow. And then the guy's like, I don't follow social media. And he's like, well, you better. What's your name? What's your name? Not Dom.
Although it's an odd argument where the old man is telling the young bartender, well, look at social media
I kinda
tomorrow.
like that.
Yeah.
I like Rick's like, you got to get on social media. What the fuck, man? Your bar
He's
is
right,
on,
by the way. 88 years old, I'm on it.
I think I might be flipping. You might be changing my tune here. Maybe I'm on Team Rick.
Nicholas what? Nicholas Dickhead.
so he goes, Nick, what's your name? And the guy goes, Nicholas. He goes, Nicholas what? And then Rick just goes, Nicholas Dickhead. That's pretty good.
Don't ever talk.
You don't have to call me that guy.
You don't have to do this to me. If you believe me and my family.
Oh, I've sounded like that a couple times.
Yeah.
How many times have I've sounded like that
man.
with you? Right? I'm like, you go get me a drink. I got you a drink. Now you go give me. Do you remember that?
Give me a drink, Nicholas Dickhead. Oh, that's sad.
One thing wrong. I walked into the bathroom.
Okay, here I'm gonna fast forward to the end of it, but here's the best part. At the very end, there's some guy sitting at the end of the bar because the rest of this video is just gonna make you sad, especially if you're like me and you like Ric Flair. It's hard to watch this.
I thought he quit drinking too. Like,
who told you that?
Well, his documentary
when did that happen?
led me to believe.
You just blew my Crocs off. I didn't. Ric Flair quit drinking when?
Like, it shows me that alcohol can't be that bad for you. Like, I'm serious. When he tells you, like,
I think it's rolling the dice case by case.
Yeah.
I was on Reddit earlier. Some guy was like, my dad drank every day and died at 42. I was like, whoa, that's so young.
Dude, Ric Flair, like, in his documentary, he's talking about drinking like 12 to 17 beers and then a dozen cocktails every day. Like, for every day was
plus
for
painkillers and everything. Yeah,
25 years. It blew his doctor's mind. He's like, what? Yeah, like, that's in the documentary. I'm like, I believe it. He was drinking crazy.
Now at the end, watch this guy on the end. Like Rick's like, he starts like taking it up the flagpole a little bit and like asking this guy to go outside. And then there's the young guy. See the young guy all the way to the left that's got the black hair? Like that guy is like, he's basically like, I'll take you outside and beat your dumb old ass. Like, yeah, he gets one of those. Here,
Okay.
$1,000 tip. This guy and I are so cool. She and I are cool. And along comes dipshit.
You don't have to call me that guy.
I said it.
I never did.
I'll say it again. You're a dipshit.
I'll say it again.
So he
Doubles
said,
down.
I'll say it again, you're a dipshit. And to get around the censor, they said, you're Egyptian, which is pretty funny. But then, okay, so he's escalating and calling him a dipshit. Watch the guy on the end.
Oh, I'm leaving. Trust me. I won't come back again. Come on inside here and talk to me like a man.
I'm not going to do that because I'm on the clock.
You push you are. You're on the pussy block.
No.
I was going to stop.
Hey, you want to go out and talk with me in the park? I don't work here. I don't give a shit.
Okay, so the guy on the end says, because he's like, you're a pussy, you're from the pussy club. Rick's saying, he's really handing it. Rick's like, you're in the club, you're in the pussy club. And then the guy on the end's like, you want to step outside and talk to me, old man? Because I don't work here and I don't give a shit. And I'll beat your goddamn red-faced, dumb blue jacket ass.
That guy's just an opportunist. He's like, to get my ass whooped by Ric Flair in an Applebee's parking lot.
But he wouldn't.
I'm in.
I think you just take one just gentle push, and Rick's like, and he can't get up, and it's sad.
Well, all Ric Flair has is the woo. He hasn't really got any much, and then it turns out slapping someone in the chest is not a real fight.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. I found that out this year.
and the 28-year-old kid at the end of the bar will just one punch knock you out.
Yeah.
And that was
Ghost is like me. Ghost says, I get secondhanded embarrassment when that random guy jumps into the argument. Me too. When I was watching that video and then the guy at the end jumps in and's like, hey, Rick, I'll take you outside and beat your dumb old ass. I was like, oh.
Yeah. How about, hey, Rick, come outside with me, but let's get him away from the element. This guy just super escalates it.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody,
de-escalate.
Maybe you could think about, like, maybe that guy, I think you know this better than we do. You're in that world. Maybe that guy's like, oh, the easiest way for me to get fame instantly is to fight Ric Flair. Instead of being a good human and being like, this is obviously somebody's grandpa that needs to sit down and have a glass of water and not fight an Egyptian man.
Yeah, but it'd be even funnier yet if it wasn't Ric Flair. The guy was just hammered and it's like, I am Ric Flair. This guy beats his ass in the parking lot. He tells his buddies he whooped Ric Flair's ass. Meanwhile, it's Michael from Gainesville.
He's just a regular old man.
Yeah. I'm conflicted because he's in the wrong. And then I guess he did apologize the next day. He went on like Mike Calta's show or some show and said he'd only had 3 Mick Ultras. He did the 3 Mick Ultras, and then I think he said later 3 Mick Ultras and a couple mixed drinks.
Okay.
It always escalates, right?
Come on, Rick.
Yeah, you got
your granddaughter graduated from UF. And
yeah,
you're getting drunk out of
Gators.
starting a fight.
Yeah, you can't be doing that's a bad look.
Well, Jesse, where can people find you on TikTok and all social media?
Real Jesse Wolfe. That's pretty simple there. Nothing creative. I need to use AI apparently to church that up a little bit, but keeping it simple.
Well, see Jesse's hottest new social media video of a sunset in
over Costco.
I plugged it earlier. Yeah.
I mean, how many views now?
I think we're cracking 700K on the sunset over Costco.
700,000 people saw a sunset at Costco. And that's
should have held a glizzy right underneath.
Yeah,
so it like
coming soon. Pre-orders are open for the sunset glizzies.
Hot dog under sunset.
I've been telling jokes for 20 years, and 700,000 people have never watched anything I've ever done. But a sunset at Costco.
Sunset at Costco.
700,000. All right. I'm going to tell my sons, don't even try. What the fuck?
If you're in college.
20 years?
Your wife's trying to make them into Broadway performers. She's taking them and showing them the shows.
20 years. Anyway.
Have them watch TikTok.
Is there anything else we need to plug?
I don't think so.
Guys, thanks so much for listening. We appreciate it. Again, Jesse, thanks for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
It's cool having somebody different and new pop by to be silly with. We appreciate it.
That was fun.
Thanks to our guest today for watching the show.
Thank you so much for hanging out. We appreciate it.
She came from Washington. If you live in a different city and you're visiting Orlando and you're a BDM and you want to come by and watch the show, just shoot us an email.
Yeah.
Like,
remember, if you buy Tom and Dan's hot nuts,
you get to come in and watch a show.
You get to come in and watch a show.
Also, a roof from Secured, Bart Merrick, a house, a car from our 2 dealerships.
Yes,
basically,
sir.
If you support our sponsors, send us an email. You'll get to come in and watch.
Yeah,
the show.
it really, really, really helps us out, man. We love to get that natural interaction. Guys, have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you on Monday.